Hello everyone, my name is Rose Stump and welcome back to another video. We are doing a speed build here today. I wanted to do kind of like a modern, very open-aired house. Now, a little bit about me, because I know I've been keeping things very like Sims for not very personal at all. But I am a huge animal lover. I own dogs, cats, bunnies, and I also just recently got a jumping spider, which I have terrible arachnophobia. So you might think I'm crazy, but I'm trying to get over it. So I thought, what better way than to have one as a pet and, you know, just really get to bond with them and realize that they're not so scary after all. And I've been really enjoying him. I believe it's a boy. So I figured I would make a house inspired if he were to live in a Sims house, what I think he would like. So I ended up going with a very open glass, lots of like plants, trees, stuff like that. If you don't like spiders, that's perfectly okay. I understand. But it is a very nice modern home that really anyone could play in. So don't be discouraged if you don't like them. Here's me changing it to medium wall height. I do end up going back and swapping out the windows for the larger wall height. But yeah, I just really wanted a open area and I wanted to add like a little bit of those structured beams underneath. But I wanted it in more of a black color because I really wanted to go with like woods, greens, just feeling very like nature inspired. Seeing how the topic was spiders. So I found these little columns and added them in. You can see me, of course, typing in the move objects. But yeah, I think it's pretty cute. I can't wait until we can paint the roofs. Hopefully that'll come with the horse update, which I am so excited for. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I ended up lowering it back, but I didn't like it. It was just looking too small. So we're fixing that around. And then I had to readjust all of these after swapping it. So I put some windows along the side. I moved those up. I figured I could probably put like a little balcony or at least some plants underneath to help fill that space before I realized I was on short height. So I did go back and just kind of switch it all out. As mentioned before, I didn't want so many windows on the back. As you can see, they didn't really fit very well, and I didn't want to make it any smaller. So I just kind of grouped them together in threes. I was going to do grass for the roof. You can see me leave it for a little bit, but I did end up swapping it out to a gravel roof, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I added a little balcony and I think it's looking pretty cute. I wanted a like little skylight in some area of the house. I didn't really care what area, but I really wanted a nice open space with like a tree, so that way, like, I don't know, just nice, open and breezy. And then I added my stairs, a little archway just to make it nice and open and flowy. And then I ended up adding a glass railing to kind of fit that modern house. So you can see me kind of picking out the tree here, placing it in the middle, and then I took the roof off and placed it around the tree. just kind of making sure it all fit. And then I do fill in the top and the bottom. You can see me kind of swapping that out here, which I think looks great. And then yeah, here's me placing in that front little bit and filling that in. I've never tried anything like this in a build before, like having the open roof, so I don't know, it did kind of mess with the lighting a bit, but you know what, it's fine. I know I could have put glass there, but it kind of defeated the point of like the tree sticking out through. And then I put some grass so the tree could actually be planted, and then placed some rocks to help kind of break up that grass to floor ratio. So I just kind of went along and sized them up and down, just kind of filling in the spaces. So here's it all done. You can see I really like the way it turned out. It's just kind of like a nice little nature area. Now for the kitchen, which I'm planning on making this area, I wanted to go with like very green, like I said, earthy tones, like a lot of woods, greens, stuff like that. So I ended up picking a green paint and then this kind of green tile to go along the back of the kitchen. I also used the Cottage Living green appliances, which I think looks so cute. Look at how adorable that is. I did also add some upper cabinets, just kind of switching along them. I always want to use those side cabinets, but they never seem to work correctly. But I managed to get it there, which I think looks all right. It is in a bit of a weird position. I just wanted to go with a nice light floor. So I believe I picked one that kind of matched the outside. And it's this like, I want to say oak maybe. It's a little bit lighter, but I definitely didn't want to go darker. So onto upstairs, I just kind of boxed in with the glass that we used in the railing and then went on to the windows. So as I mentioned before, I really want it to be very light and airy. So I just kind of went and placed them in, trying to give it as much light as I could while still keeping it functional. And I still haven't swapped out the windows at this point. I'm not sure when I realized that there is medium wall height. But I do add a little bathroom to the upstairs. I was just kind of testing to see if it would fit there or not, and of course it did. So now we've got a bathroom upstairs. I believe this is the only bathroom in the house too. So I guess it's like a very one person house, seeing how my jumping spider is very secluded. They can't have friends, so I figured, you know what, he's not gonna have friends in The Sims either. So this is his house, he can do what he wants. But I ended up going with the green, and then I added this cat tree. I know it's a bit weird looking back on it, but they love to climb and hang out near the tops of things. So I thought he would love a cat tree. So I put a cat tree in there. I guess if you want to play in this house, you can add either a pet bowl or just, you know, get rid of it. It's not that hard. And I added this little canopy bed because they love to build like a little nest, I guess, and that's like their little bedroom. They go back to sleep in it, and I just thought it was very fitting that there's like this cute little canopy bed that he could like crawl in and just like nap. So this is where I discover medium wall height windows and go ahead and swap all of them out. So we're just adding more light into this house, which I think is fantastic. I'm really happy I found these. I like the way they look so much better. And yeah, let me know if you prefer the smaller ones over the full wall to, or full floor to ceiling windows, but I think they are adorable. Now, I do go in and do the downstairs ones in a little bit. I just wanted to finish decorating the upstairs, so I added a little wardrobe to make it a functional house. And of course, many more plants, because what spider doesn't love some plants? If you are curious and trying to get over your arachnophobia as well, I would definitely recommend the Philippus regius, the regal jumping spider. They're very cute. They learn to recognize you and they'll get comfortable with you and just kind of hang out. It's definitely been one of the best decisions I have ever made. So yeah, if you're curious, do what I did and research them for years before you actually get your own, because you know, we're a responsible little spider keeper over here. Now I added in the living room. I went with this green-blue kind of corner couch and then actually added, what are they called? It's like bookcases to the back. I added like a plant and then you'll see me add those to the back here in just a second. I put a shelf so it doesn't just look like the plant is floating back there. And there we go. You can see that kind of added in. And then here's those, I guess they're called like a cube shelf. I just added little plants and books to that. And then I wanted some sort of like dividing area. So I actually added a couch to kind of make the living room in this little corner area. And here's me adding some of those plants to the shelf. And I also thought these hanging vines would be so much fun, seeing how they love to climb and be up high. So I added those to a few windows and I actually really liked it. So I might continue to do this kind of style of building. From here on out. I really like that coffee table, but it was kind of an in-between size. I wanted it to be a little bit bigger for like the center. So I just ended up using it as an end table and then put this kind of wooden pallet, but I didn't like it, so I swapped it out for this wooden table instead from the Growing Together pack, and of course added a little rug to bring it all together. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with like a fun colored rug or more of like a neutral one. So you can see me kind of switching between them there. And then I actually decided to add some more plants. Shocker, I know. I was gonna add these big ones to the corner, but I just wasn't loving how it looked. So I decided to put a desk in and it just wasn't fitting right. So I did end up moving them and just putting a desk in instead. I ended up going with this cute little yellow chair just to bring in some of the yellows from the living room, and then a little bookcase in the same like oak colored color, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. And then I wanted to do a dining room. So I ended up picking this black glass table, and I still wanted to go with kind of like a fun colored chair, but I just ended up picking this oak and white one just to bring in the colors. I also added a bar off to the side with some chairs, and of course more plants. You can never have enough plants in a little jumping spider inspired house. But yeah, then I added those plants back in that I wanted to use by the desk, changed the flowers to a yellow color, and then moved back onto the kitchen to do some more decorating. So I was looking for some stuff I could add and found these vines, which I thought was a really cute touch, and I kind of liked how open the kitchen was, so I just left it. And here's me changing the roof to the gravel color. I guess it's more of a cement, but yeah, I'm just kind of going through doing some final touches. There's the books that I talked about. I'm just making sure everything looks okay, fixing the plants so they aren't clipping through the balcony anymore, and adding some landscaping outside. So if you are looking for a jumping spider of your own and you don't want to go to a captive bred place, you can usually find them, depending on your location, on bright sunny spaces or low-lying bushes outside. They do normally like to climb up, but sometimes in the wild you can find them like in the grass hiding. So I added lots of nice low-lying bushes around the door, and then added a pathway and of course some more plants on the side, because we can never have enough plants here. So I added those in, and I think it looks really, really cute. I haven't done a house like this ever, so I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, and I'm very pleased with it. Let me know in the comments down below if you like it or if you would have changed something. Also, let me know if you have any pets, any spiders, you know, any kind of fun little animals. I would love to know, as I love all animals. But yeah, we're just kind of doing some finishing touches. I added some climbing vines, which I thought was a cute little touch just to fill in that empty space on the wall there. I added some trees around the property. And of course, I needed to add some fun little stuff to do outside. So I went and grabbed a little swing set and I believe monkey bars, yeah. And just kind of put those outside. I don't know, kind of a weird thing to have in a one-bedroom house, but I thought they were kind of cute. They love to climb, so there we go. I added Patchy as a little friend, and then some little gardening boxes just to fit the kind of nature inspired theme, as well as a little picnic table for outside. I also added in a garbage can, which I forgot to do inside, so there we go, garbage can inside. And then I'm going around with some terrain paint. And yeah, I'm really liking it. I know I said that, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I hope you guys really like it as well. Feel free to subscribe if you do like speed builds. I also have a new kind of let's play on my channel, so feel free to go check that out. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!